Hi, there is a wide range of Indigenous land management programs which include rangers and Indigenous protected areas, and these are widely acknowledged to produce a huge range of environmental benefits. But this project also looks at the social and economic co-benefits, and today I'm focusing on the economic benefits. Specifically, the impacts that land management programs have on regional economies, on the impact on Indigenous incomes, whether they're closing the income gap, and whether they're encouraging the growth of Indigenous-owned businesses. So firstly, we use multiplier analysis to look at the impact on regional economies. So programs employ local people as rangers and in other jobs where they pay them wages, and they're also spending money with local businesses for equipment, materials, etc. And of course, their workers are buying things in local shops and with local businesses. And those local businesses spend that additional money with other local businesses who then spend that extra money, and so on and so on. That's the multiplier effect. The bigger the multiplier, then the bigger the impact the initial spend is having on the regional economy. So we looked at land management programs and estimated the multipliers and compared them with multipliers from other industries important in the north. And we found for each of our three regions, the Kimberley, the Northern Territory and Far North Queensland, you got a bigger multiplier than if you spent the same money on mining or on agriculture. So if governments really want to develop the north, that's where they should focus their spend. We then looked at the benefits that go to households from these programs and found that Indigenous incomes do go up more by non-Indigenous. Thus, the programs are helping to close the income gap. However, while some of the direct benefits do go to the Indigenous people as wages, a lot of the benefits go to non-Indigenous people as they tend to own the local businesses. So we looked at whether there was any relationship between the programs and growth in Indigenous-owned businesses. We found a very clear relationship between those Indigenous businesses that are involved in land management. But far more interestingly, we found a relationship between Indigenous-owned businesses that don't do anything to do with land management. So an increase in programme spend in 1 year has a very small impact on Indigenous non-land management businesses that year. But the following year, you get a bigger increase in the number of businesses. And the next year, you get an even bigger increase again. And in that second year, you also get an increase in the average incomes of those businesses. So the programme spend is clearly having an impact on businesses that are not direct recipients of programme funding. So it's having a significant impact on the Indigenous-owned businesses and kick-starting growth in their economies. So our research has shown clearly that Indigenous land management programs can contribute to regional economic growth, developing the north and advancing Indigenous economic status. And we're already having impact, having presented in Canberra, and we're contributing to policy development. Thank you.